Hello, and welcome back to Nick's Hobbies and Interests. I've been looking forward to this, so here we go. A little while ago I did say I wouldn't be getting Kaidan nor the Illusive Man. However, BioWare gear did have a sale on recently and I got the two for about £100, and for that price I thought, yeah, even if it's just to review them, I'll pay that amount. I already had the Mako, it's just a matter of I've never got around to actually putting a video together of like a review or even just a little unboxing. The original box is now in the attics, but I still got the actual Mako box here with me now. So let's pop open the top and take a look inside, shall we? The box itself is quite simple. Nice packaging inside though. Naturally, I've had this out already, so this one isn't sealed, but the Illusive Man and Kaidan still are, but we'll get to those later. Inside, the tray is divided into two. We have the display stand, the base as such on the left, and then the Mako itself on the right. We'll pop the Mako out now, shall we, and actually have a look. As you can see, it's not sealed. I've had it out already. Just a little inspection and had it on display briefly, but most of it's just remained in the box. I really like this. It is a nice piece of kit. I'll show you later, but the wheels have magnets in, so it does actually stick to the base. It's been weathered. Looks like it's been through the wars a little bit. Yeah. When I saw this become available, it was a no-brainer. I picked it up. Got a good bit of weight. It's a nice size. It's not too big, not too small. It will sit on the desk just nice. And then we have like this diorama piece, this base as it is. This again, as I mentioned earlier, has magnets in it, so it does hold the Mako on top nicely with one wheel suspended on the right hand side there. So yeah, nice little piece. And then yeah, as you can see, all the Mass Effects, well, not merchandising, but all the licensing stuff on the back. Not to mention the bottom does have the little rubber pads or whatnot to stick to like a display shelf or a desk. We'll take the foam base out because I know underneath here we do have the certificate of authenticity pretty much right there. And only so many made, only thousands made. Unfortunately, I have missed out on Rex. Rex is a limited edition and he has already came. He's not out, but he's on pre-order. But BioWare have said, we can let you know when they're more in stock. But based on their past history, they only make so many thousands and then that is it. They draw the line. So unfortunately, making this video, I can say I've missed out on Rex. I just didn't get my pre-order in on time. Here's the Mako, and as I said, the magnets attract one to the other. It's going to be difficult to record this, so I will just have to do my best and show you what I mean. I'll tip it one way and then the other, and as you'll see, it does kind of hold in place. I won't risk it too much in case of it falling off, but as you can see, yeah, it is relatively secure. Just be careful if you get one yourself. Don't go pointing up at a 90-degree angle. It probably will fall. But yeah, it's the occasional wobble. Let's say you knock it with your mug. It will hold still. Those magnets do work. The display base is basically moon rock with some tyre tracks in an uphill climb. It does the job. I mean, the only alternative you could have maybe is the inside of a space station on a moon, or maybe the landing bay door for the Normandy, but I think the moon rock just does the trick. It looks the part. As for the Mako, it's been nicely weathered, nicely detailed. It's not too big, as I mentioned earlier. It is very slimline and very sleek, but the entire thing is quite stylish, and when you put the authenticity plaque next to it, yeah, it looks the part. I'm due to get a large display cabinet and I'm going to really expand my Mass Effect collection of statues, have them all in a line, and this will most likely sit at the back as a bit of a backdrop really, and then maybe just if I want to get some other greys or something else in the back just to blend it in. Moving on to Kaidan now. As I said, Kaidan wasn't on my radar. The honest truth is the head sculpt just didn't look good, and I didn't really want to add it to my collection for a high price. But given the fact the two were on, the Illusive Man and Kaidan were on a good offer, I took advantage of the sale and picked both of them up. Now, certificate of authenticity on the top. As you will see, under the white foam, when we take this out, I haven't unsealed this one. This one still has its wrap around it, so we're going to have to get my pair of scissors and we're going to have to cut into this one and slice it open. When you're doing this yourself, do not go too deep. You don't want to catch any of the paintwork on the inside. So I would recommend just going a couple of mil in, just enough to pierce the tape, but that's it. You literally just want to pierce the tape, open the case and take out the statue inside. Now, as I do my audio overlay later on after the actual video recording, I can say this was a bit of a tight fit, this one. This Kaidan didn't want to come out of the polystyrene without a good old wiggle, you could say. So it took a second. But with the magic of editing, we will speed the process up and move on with the video. I present Kaidan, ladies and gentlemen, in a seated position, lounging, having some R&R after a possible mission. I don't recall ever really seeing him sitting down drinking a beer that often. This might have been from the DLC in the third game, depending on your choices, of course. If you're not going to criticise the man for being lazy, here is some criticism. The facial sculpt, whether it's the art or the actual sculpting, it is just wrong. It's just, I don't know. I don't get me wrong, it's been a few months since I played the game, but it's still just unlike the others we have. Maybe it's because they're alien and not human. Maybe the aliens are a bit more believable, but I don't know. Kaidan's facial sculpt just doesn't do it for me on this statue. The rest, don't get me wrong, the rest is great. They're very well detailed, from the floor panels, the chair he's sitting on, the beer bottle, his arms, the suit, his outfit as such. Another thing to mention, and we'll come back to this at the end of the video as well, is the BioWare gear production line. They keep changing up the poses and keep changing up their ideas of what kind of statues they want to release. So one moment we had action poses, let's say Garrus behind his barrier with his rifle, and then next we get Tali just sitting there, Kaidan just sitting down. If you're going to loyally collect these figures, these limited editions, at the end of the day, once you've got the entire Normandy crew, you're going to want to put them on display. And you can't have, let's say, Tali or Kaidan sitting down R&R, and then Garrus just over their shoulder aiming a rifle at the back of their head. It just doesn't look right. But then if you had them all in fighting poses, or them all in a sitting down pose, they would look sort of correct. They would look, like I say, in unison. They would look as part of a team, as part of a limited edition run, and that somebody has gone and collected. Let's continue, shall we? Because the Illusive Man is massive compared to the likes of Kaidan and Tali. I know he may be the, you could say, secret boss behind Mass Effect. He's the kind of, to a degree, a villain, kind of. It depends on how you play and the kind of choices you make and the kind of shepherd you want to be. But yeah, they've kind of supersized the size of the Illusive Man sitting down. And it doesn't look right. So we'll unpack it. There's the authenticity plaque. We'll remove that now, and we'll get the white foam box out and we'll take a look at this one. Again, this one's sealed, so I'm just going to quickly open it and then we will move on. So be prepared, the Illusive Man is bigger and he does come in two parts. The base is separate and I opened him upside down, which in a way wasn't a bad idea, but just be careful if you get this when you're opening it up. You don't want to damage it, and the Illusive Man comes with a few little minor ends, whether it's his leg or the cigarette, his other hand. There are a few little odd bits that stick out that could snap or break or be chipped, so just be careful. So I've taken the base out first. The Illusive Man is here in his chair, but he's upside down. That's how you're looking at him right now. So we're going to carefully take him out. I'm going to remove all the extra bits first. Anything that is non-essential can come out, and then the Illusive Man can follow. So the chair itself is a metal, but the figure has been made, I believe, the entirety of it is poly resin. I only am familiar with resin being used for the likes of rivers and lakes and seabeds when making model railways. I'm not really familiar with the substance and how it's created. I think it's a form of heated plastic. I'll stay on the subject of Mass Effect. I won't go down the route of modelling and how resin's made, but yeah, we'll get back to this, shall we? I'm going to put him down and let's get him on the turntable and give him a rotation. Very quickly before we move on, the plastic base that the Illusive Man comes with is not magnetic like the Mako. You slide the chair onto it and along until it comes to a halt. Be careful not to swing your arms around if you're having this on your desk. This guy will go flying. This guy will move. It will shunt back and forwards. So you want to put him somewhere in a corner and leave him there. He's big enough that he overstands and overlooks everyone else. So it's cool. He can be seen even behind a crowd. Not yet at the turntable, but as a basic review on the art and the sculpture, the face is better than the Kaidan one. I have to give it that. I do see more of a resemblance between the Illusive Man than I did the Kaidan. Regarding the detail, it's been very well detailed. Be careful of moving and be careful of getting out of the box. There's a lot of areas of this that sort of stick out a little bit and they could easily sort of crack or break if you hit them in the wrong places. The chair itself has been nicely detailed. Instead of it just being a solid flat piece, they have it's got ridges to it. It does look like a chair should. It's not just a piece of plastic. Overall, I am actually very satisfied with this. I was a bit skeptical at first, but when it arrived and I got it in hand, I am glad I bought this one. Here's my thoughts in a nutshell. It's annoying that the scales are altering. The fact that we get poses from action, then to peaceful, seated. We've got the likes of Tali, Kaidan and the Illusive Man sitting down, but then Rex and Garrus, let's say, the two of them in fighting poses. The limited edition runs I get, it narrows the field down. You're guaranteed to sell those units. If somebody then is asking for another one on top, they have to pay a bit of a premium to get another one sent out. It is a shame I've missed out on Rex. If I can, I will scoop up a Rex. If I can't get it through BioWare gear, I'm going to have to try and source one on the likes of eBay or Facebook, or just keep my ears open for another line. Hopefully they'll start doing some sort of unison iconic like collection where they all not link together, but as a lineup they all look the part. They all look like they're from the same universe instead of a kind of scattered variety of people that look chilled out and then others that look ready for action. So it's going to be a matter of we keep our ears open, our eyes on their website, and any promotional material hopefully will get sent to me via an email, so I'm first to know. I will hold my hand up and admit, at the time Rex got announced and I got the email to say he was available for pre-order, I couldn't commit to paying for him. I had a lot going on and financially I just couldn't do it. That's the only reason Rex has slipped through my fingers, but if I can secure him, know that I will. Know that he'll get his own review video at the time I get my hands on him. But until that time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for watching. Take care.